Payment for not carrying out any business activity. This is also at times known as the non-compete fees. Okay. So let's first understand what does that mean. Let's say suppose there was a person, he was running a company called Company A, and he had two businesses. Okay. Let's say for example it's Rajma and Chawal. There was a company B which said, okay, I want to buy this business from you, right? So what he did was he sold off the Chawal business to Company B, and now Company B is the owner of this particular business. But Company B knows that Company A is something, who has all the expertise, who has relevant connection with the people who are engaged in this business. And if it tries to compete with Company B, then even though it has purchased this business, it might not actually help them, because this guy can take away all the money. So Company B agrees with Company A that they are not going to carry on any activity in relation to the Chawal business, right? So the agreement is, okay, you'll sell this business to me, and you also agree that you will not carry on this business, okay? And for that I'll pay you some dollars, right? So this dollar which Company A receives, or maybe the promoter receives, is known as income for not carrying out any activity. Why? Because they have agreed they will not going to carry out this Chawal business activity anymore. This money that they receive is chargeable to tax under the head profits and gains of business and profession. Let's go back. Sum due or received, whether in cash or kind. Okay, so any amount receivable or received, whether in cash or in kind. Kind could be that you gave him some shares of that business, for not carrying out any activity in relation to any business. So what did I do here? What did I do here? What I did here was that I agreed I am not going to carry out any activity with relation to the Chawal business, right? So this income is going to be taxed under the head profits and gains of business and profession. But it excludes sum for transfer of any right to manufacture. Let's say for example, you have a right to manufacture any particular commodity, produce or process any article or thing, or right to carry on business chargeable under the head under the head capital gains. Chargeable under the head capital gains. This is what is important. Now, some income which are again in the nature of in a lump sum amount paid for transfer of a right to manufacture, produce or process article or things are chargeable under the head capital gains. So you need to make a distinction between a capital payment, or a payment which is chargeable under the head capital gains, and profits and gains of business and profession. We are going to learn more about this in the head capital gains when we go through it. So if an income is chargeable under that head, then it is not chargeable to tax under section 28. Okay. Again, the next one is sum due received, whether in cash or kind. Now we'll see the second bullet. Not sharing any know-how, patent, copyright, trademark, license, franchise, or any other business or commercial right of similar nature, or information or technique likely to assist in the manufacture or processing of goods or provision of services. What does this mean? This basically means that again you are agreeing with the other person. Let's say in our example it was A only who was agreeing with B. Okay, that I am the owner of some know-how, some patent, some copyright, some trademark. Okay, but barring you, I am not going to share this with any other person. So if C comes tomorrow to A and asks him to share this know-how, A says no, I will not do it. If A has some copyright, C comes and says, can I use these? A will say no. Why? Because B has entered into an agreement with A for not sharing of these, any of these, right? So whatever payment B makes to A to ensure that he does not share any of these know-hows, etc., is going to be charged to tax under head PGBP, right? So that is what we had in respect of payments for not carrying out any business activity. Let us now move on to the next slide.